Good morning, fellow ruminators. Welcome back to another session, Rumination with Andrew. And this is going to be a very, very short video because I am not going to be long with you. I'm just posing a question to you. Now, yesterday I was reading an article. I am not going to tell you the name of the article. I'll tell you in a subsequent video. But in doing my investigations on Haiti yesterday, I came upon this article and I read also a few other articles, but this particular article that I'm referencing, which I shall not be showing you right now, but that article suggested that Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, is aspiring to becoming the next General Secretary of the United Nations in 2026. That is what I read. Okay, so I am not sure if that can be confirmed, but it does not surprise me as I see CARICOM, particularly Andrew Holness, that's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mia Mottley, that's the Prime Minister of Barbados, and the current chairman of CARICOM, that is Ali, Prime Minister Ali is Irfan Ali, the Prime Minister of Guyana, that they are pushing and they're working together with the United States and the core group to have this transitional government in Haiti. Now, transitional government is important, but the fact is that we see that the Haitian people, the majority of the Haitian people, are not involved in this process. And this is not about democracy, and we have to be concerned about our freedoms. Now, if it is that Mia Mottley is aspiring to becoming the next General Secretary of the United Nations, it means therefore that there's some conflict of interest and that she's going to be acting in the interest of the United Nations. Unfortunately, by now, you should understand that the United Nations is not about peacekeeping, as we have been brainwashed to have believed over the years. We must understand that the United Nations has a particular agenda and that it is controlled by the operations of the United States, among other powerful interests, and we must understand that. It's time for us to wake up and to smell the coffee and to understand that the world in which we live is not necessarily the way in which we have been taught in school. We have been brainwashed in schools to believe that the world operates at a certain level. And in some ways, it might, but in many ways, it doesn't. And we are the ones who have to unpack ways in which it doesn't, so that we can we can piece our world together to make sense out of nonsense. Because a lot of what is happening in the world today is really nonsense. And we've got to really unpack it, we've got to uncover it, and we've got to deconstruct all of these elements, all of these lies that have been told us. But I thought it was interesting to come on this video this morning and ask the question. And if you have any information on that, if you have been doing your research and you have come up with that sort of information, you came across that sort of information in terms of Mia Mottley's aspiration for the next General Secretary of the United Nations, then I appreciate that. Is Mia Mottley running for the Secretary of the United Nations for 2026? Is that true? And I guess that is why she is really operating in the interests of the United States and the core group with regard to their policies, their foreign policy toward Haiti. I am very, very much appalled at what is happening behind the scenes, and the private conversations and the private telephone conversations that have been happening behind the scenes. You would be appalled. But something struck me yesterday. I thought that CARICOM, in as much as it is not acting in good faith at the moment, but I think that behind the scenes, they were trying to push Ariel Henry to resign, which I think ultimately he did. I think they might have spoken to the US because they understand the Caribbean history far more than the United States does. the United States likes to behave like they understand the world, but in many cases they don't. Many of its citizens are ignorant of what is happening in the world. They go on vacations and they think that yes, they understand, but they don't understand history. They don't understand cultural because everything is black and white. So the fact of the matter, I think that CARICOM has sort of inculcated some form of sense in the United States, the authorities there, and let them know that it would not be in the interest of the United States, nor Haiti, nor any member of CARICOM, and as a matter of fact, for Henri to have remained as the acting prime minister of and the acting president of Haiti, because sometimes they don't tell us that he was functioning in both capacities as acting president and as acting prime minister, something which I find to be quite bizarre. Now, let us see what's going to happen and see how these things unfold. And you must keep abreast of what is happening because it's going to affect you and your freedoms. What is happening in Haiti right now, Haiti is being used as the playground in which our freedom of speech and our freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of, choosing our elected officials are at play right now. And we've got to fight and we've got to speak out. And many of us are not speaking out. We are just comfortably riding with the wind until we find ourselves in a situation that is going to be precarious and put our lives in peril. Now, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you will share this video, you will like and subscribe. Please like so that the video can be shared with others on this platform, because as we know now that YouTube and other platforms, okay, are censoring right, left, and center. And we've got to do what we can so that we can help the algorithm, we can trigger the algorithms to push the video and to push this information along so that people can be educated. Because a lot of things on this platform, just has to do with entertainment, right? Because people, all they want is to be entertained with the Vibes Cartel and the Bob Marleys, right? And and the P. Diddy's and all of all of these gossips that we're hearing going to and forth about these people. And not that the information might not necessarily be important, but that, right now these people are insignificant in terms of the development of world events. Thank you so much. All the best to you. Bye-bye.